Welcome back, y'all. This is Vernon L. from That Christian in Recovery podcast, and I want to talk to y'all today about recovery showing up in the way that you live. Recovery showing up in the way that you live. A lot of times we go to treatment, we are gone 6 months, we're gone about a year, whatever, and we expect that our family is going to just welcome us with open arms, okay? Because we done did the work. You know, we're changing on the inside, our attitudes are changing, and we just automatically assume that our families are going to embrace us with open arms. Well, I want to tell y'all, and that's why I recorded this, I want to tell y'all that there is a process of being integrated back into the home without causing any harm. I want to share that with y'all because a lot of times people, right, recovering addicts, we think that when we come back, our wives and our children is just going to embrace us, and usually that's not the case. There's a process in that. Okay, so you done did your time, and you feeling good about your recovery. You're talking to your sponsor. Yeah, it's a little hot in here, y'all. You're talking to your sponsor, okay, and you're doing the work. You're making meetings, and then you go home and you think that you're the man. Right? You tell your kids to do something, and the kids just seem like they just ain't respecting you yet. Why is that? Why is that? Because they haven't seen nothing, right? Your children haven't seen no recovery. If you have the same attitude that you had when you was using, they not seeing anything different. Recovery shows up in the way that you live. If you have the same attitude, man, that you had when you was using dope, them kids don't care about that. Your wife don't care about that. If you scrutinizing and judging them and questioning them and trying to come into the house with authority, like you running something, like you done been there all this time, that's no good, see? That's no good. Here's what you got to realize, is that not only that we are recovering, okay? Our children and our wives are recovering too. Yeah, they recovering too. We have caused them a lot of harm, man. We have caused them a lot of pain. And most importantly, they don't trust us. I mean, think about it. Think about how many times you done been in treatment and came back talking about you a changed man, only come to find out 5 or 6 months later, you doing the same old thing, using again. So it takes a while. It takes a while to get back into the mix. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something. Now I want to share something with y'all that might rub some of y'all the wrong way. Sometimes some people in our families never forgive us. Yeah, they never forgive us. They never embrace us. They always got that one foot on our neck because they remember the pain, right? The pain that we have caused. Now you, as a recovering person, you must be able to deal with life on life terms. In other words, you must know how to let people be where they are, okay? If your children is not respecting you, right, the way you think they should be respecting you, it ain't about that. It's really about long as they're not disrespecting you. Because see, a lot of times you got to realize we recovering addicts, man. We see things from a self-centered perspective. So talk to your sponsor. He will help you with those things. But take a look at your action. Now remember this, man. Remember that people who are close to us, our wives and our children, they are looking at our actions, man. They're not looking at what we say. You know how many times we done told our wives that we're going to do something different and we never have? Okay, I want you to think about that. So you have to practice the spiritual principle. Now, one spiritual principle you must practice when you get back to the house is patience. You must be patient. You must be patient. You must be loving. You must be kind. These are all the spiritual principles, right? Now you got to think about how you were before you left. Remember how you were, how you was before you left. You were short-tempered, right? You talked to people, you didn't listen to them, right? You did whatever you wanted to do. You scrutinize, and all you did is fault find. You just find everything wrong with your wife. You found everything wrong with your children. If you go to recovery and you gone a year and you come back, you're doing those same things, it's going to be hard for them to believe that you are recovering. Because see, to your kids' eyes, to your wife's eyes, you just clean, man. Yeah. Recovery shows up in the way that you live. The way that you live is the way that you treat your family. The number one service that you can do is be of service to your family. See, your sponsor might say, get into some service work. He might say, go do this, attend meetings and, clean up the meetings and do all these type of things. That's service work. But the service work that you really need to get into is the service work at home. I'm talking about working with the children, man. Okay, I'm talking about being different, doing something different. What are you doing different? What are you doing differently in your home, man? Think about those things, right? And here's the thing about it. Like I said, sometimes they never, ever forgive you. And you have to learn how to be all right with that. See, because the main thing is we don't pick up dope no matter what. See, we always got to keep the main thing the main thing. See, a lot of times we go to recovery, we think the main thing is getting our wife back. We think the main thing is getting our children back. Bruh, the main thing is not picking up no dope. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Never forget that, right? Because if you forget that and your wife not treating you the way you think you should be treated, you might back yourself up in the corner and don't come out clean, man, right? Don't put high expectations on your children. Don't put high expectations on your wife. Allow them their process. And how do you do that? This is how you do that. You get this thing called a life. Get a life, man. Get a life, right? When you get a life, you allow people to be who they are. You don't judge them. They hurt, man. You know how many times we done lied to our children? You know how many times we done lied and cheated on our wives and stole from our wives and we done all this crazy stuff, man, And now we want to think that they're going to just embrace us. So look at your actions, man. What are you doing differently? Is you running off to go to meetings like you ran off to the dope? Yeah, I'm just asking you a question, man. Just ask you a question. We must take our time. This is a very sensitive issue with a lot of recovering addicts. Don't you know majority of men leave treatment early because of a woman? Seriously. Because their mind tell them, I have to take care of my family. Their minds tell them, I have to provide for my family. I have to take care of my kids. That's why they leave treatment so early. But here's the deal. You wasn't thinking about your family when you was putting that dope in you. Come on, man. Don't trick yourself like that. Don't leave treatment early, man, because your mind had told you, I need to go get a job. Bruh, you wasn't thinking about that job when you was getting high, man. Come on, man. Don't trick yourself like that. Don't trick yourself like that. But look, here's what happens, man. You go home, chill out, sit down somewhere, mind your business. Mind your business, man. Don't try to be running nothing. I'm trying to tell you, man. Don't be trying to run nothing. Respect your children. Respect yourself. Respect your wife. And just chill on out. As my grand sponsor would say, go to a neutral corner and sit down, Vernon. Be quiet. That's what we need to do as men. But see, our addiction will trick us, right? Because really we feeling insecure. See, really, a lot of time we need our wives and our children to make us feel secure, to make us feel like we're recovering. We basing our recovery based on our relationships. Wrong answer, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Your recovery is not based on your relationship with your children. Your recovery is not based on your relationship with your wife. Your recovery should be based on your relationship with your higher power. Whether your children accept you or not, whether your wife accepts you or not, you should be okay. That's the hit, man. That's the hit. I just wanted to get on here, man. I'm in the office, man. I don't know what my son to turn the heat up, but I wanted to talk to y'all, man. I wanted to talk to y'all about that because a lot of people are reaching out to me. And they saying, well, my wife ain't acting right. Yeah, she is. She acting just like she's supposed to act. She's acting just the way she's supposed to be acting. With a long spoon, keeping you away. Because why? She ain't trusting you yet. She shouldn't trust you yet. It's a process. You know what I mean? I want y'all, man, to keep y'all heads up. Take y'all time, man. Just think about it. Don't cause no harm, man. Them wives, man, them children have been through a lot, man. Don't go to recovery, man. Come back and cause them more harm. Call your sponsor. Call me. Reach out to me, man. That ChristianInRecovery@gmail.com, man. Holler at me, man. It's your boy, Vernon L. And I'm out.